Hello and welcome back to the Magic Kathi show and another energy update because what can I say? It's Pisces season. Welcome. And I love all of your feedback. It really inspires me to share more of the things that I'm contemplating on and how I perceive the shifts and energies that are going on right now. So keep that up. Share the episode with anyone who needs a little bit more light and awareness. It always means the world to me as a creator, but also obviously it creates a ripple effect because we're all webbing this web of light together on the planet. And today I wanted to talk about that actually. I've been contemplating on many things and it's very interesting, the energies that we are in right now. Pisces season, last zodiac sign, right? And then a lot of Aquarius energy still with Pluto, with Mars, with Venus in Aquarius, Mercury also still in Aquarius, and how that story is connected, or those energies are connected with the North Node destiny that we are in, which is Aries. And just yesterday, as I record this, it's actually interesting that I'm recording this today, because yesterday we had North Node and Chiron together in Aries meeting up, which could have been a huge light or insight on your healing journey, and also the courage that it brought to you. And I actually want to paint a picture here for you so you can step into this bird's eye view and see your entire story and why you came here on this planet from a different angle. Let's just put it like that. I think that's what this episode will be all about because of the connection of Pisces, Aquarius, and Aries. Okay, so what do I mean by all of that astrological, what the fuck is she talking about, right? What I mean here is that Pisces is the last season of the zodiac, right? It's the last sign. It's very connected to we are all one. It's all one. It's all coming from one source, which is spirit, space, the universe, consciousness, awareness, all that is, however you want to label it, God, universe, whatever it is, right? And that is you. You are a part of it. So you are a unique spark that decided to separate from that infinite source, right? And incarnate Aries. So the Aries point is our entry into this physical world. It's an impulse, right, that we had as consciousness to explore a specific theme or pattern in physical reality so we can shift that pattern. We can learn more about that pattern and then we can shift it. And that's what I really wanted to talk about today, because I have so many visuals and downloads also with the DNA and how it's all interconnected with what does light work even mean, right? It means that we shine a light on a pattern, but it also means that we bring light into a specific genetic imprint that we wanted to look at, right? And that's why we chose our parents. We choose our parents to look at a specific pattern in that lineage, in that bloodline, right? What it really does and how it really feels. We explore the pattern, we go through it ourselves, and then we forget that we are not that pattern. We just came here to explore it, right? And to then transmute it and alchemize it into maybe a higher expression or, something that we prefer. So we keep forgetting that. And that's the reason why we came here in the Aries point. And that's what I see as the connection to that North Node in Aries with Chiron. It's like, okay, wait, we came here for a healing journey. Yes, we all came here for a healing journey, but not necessarily that personal healing journey. It's more this, we wanted to heal something in the genetic structure of the lineage because there was a blockage or a leak or something that blocked evolution, right? And that's why we decided to come and to assist and to shine a light on that and to transmute it with that light. And so the parents we choose, the karma we take on, however you want to say that, right? It's chosen by us because we thought it was the perfect opportunity for us to create something more beautiful, right? And so we have to remember that when we think of our own healing journey, and then also see and realize that that's where the Aquarian piece comes into play, that we wanted to help that lineage to break out of that specific pattern and to find more liberation, more soul connection, more light, whatever it may be. And that connects us to that Aquarian energy, right? Because Aquarius is, and Uranus is really the planet that rules Aquarius and comes after Saturn. So it's breaking us out of limitations, out of restrictions, out of rules, out of boundaries, right? And so since we have Mars and Venus meeting tomorrow in Aquarius, and Pluto in Aquarius, and Mercury in Aquarius, it's all about understanding that you're more than the lineage that you chose, right? And the family, so to speak. That family is family on paper, but it's like about the human family, which is really also the gene key that we are in this week, which is 55. It's like this interconnectedness of, it's the human family. Don't put so much focus on where you come from and that it defines you and that this is your death sentence or whatever. You just know. You chose to alchemize the density in that lineage with your light, but your heritage, so to speak, where you come from, is really not your mom and dad. That makes sense, right? These are just players or actors in the movie, let's just say that. Or in your play, in your creation of, I want to transmute something, so I need some characters and actors, right? And your mom and dad, they are not to blame on a personal level. So we take it all way too personal and miss the chance to step out of this narrow broaded view and out of that limited box that we wake up one day, right, and are like, what the fuck, how did I even end up on this planet, right? What is this planet all about? It's so separate from the entire different universe and all of the things, which is all an illusion that the mind creates. But that limitation, we talked about that when we talked about the gene key of limitation. Limitation can be a blessing, so it's not a curse. It's more that we needed to have that narrow perspective so we could focus on the specific pattern, the specific task that we decided to take on in the evolutionary process of the whole, right? But then we missed the chance to wake up and to see, wait, I don't need the limitation anymore. I've looked at it for enough time, right? I can actually broaden my spectrum of perception now. I can see with more clearer eyes, with less clouded eyes, and I can see the entirety of the picture. But I needed to see that one puzzle piece first, and then the second puzzle piece, and the second. And at some point you're like, oh wait, that's an entire fucking picture here. Great. So it's not random that I have a puzzle piece, right? So I wanted to really talk about that also, again, because tomorrow is Mars and Venus meeting up in Aquarius, and what that really means. I mean, look at the Aquarius area in your chart, but then also look at your personal Mars and Venus, because it's very interconnected to your personal Mars and Venus. Because at some point, it's also where your personal Mars and Venus need to step up the game here, right? Need to evolve, need to break free from also the limitations and patterns, because usually what happens is that we take on, in a way, we sponge the Venus energy from the mother or the maternal lineage, and we take on that Mars and masculine energy from the father line, right? So we are a blend of these energies. And again, given the fact that we need to liberate both, or we wanted to liberate both or help them be more free or new, right? We have to also transform our personal approach to our feminine and masculine energies, right? So they could come together in a completely new union. And I want you to contemplate on that. So maybe look at your personal Venus, your creativity, your values, the way you structure your life, what you claim and what you like and dislike, and what you desire and what you not desire, right? All of these things, and how it's shaped by the conditioning from your mother, or what you think or what you've inherited to think about feminine energy and creativity and the freedom of expression and the natural flow of life, right? And then also Mars, like how much you allow yourself to pursue these actions, to be more impulsive, to follow your instinct, to live from the heart, to have courage. Like, where are you limited in both areas, right? And how is that you mirroring your mom and dad at some point, or how you perceive and think about feminine masculine energy and the structure of the world, right? Because we came here to be that pattern interrupt. And it starts with being the pattern interrupt in the lineage. It starts with being the pattern interrupt literally in the bloodline that you chose, because these patterns literally flow through you in your blood, in your water, in your organs, in all of your tissues, but it doesn't mean that it defines you forever, because you have the power to reprogram that, right? To shift that by changing your frequency, by changing how you flow through life, how you take action. Every single action you take in a different way against the pattern, right, is actually transmuting and alchemizing every single cell in your body. It's like retraining yourself. And by that, you are literally shaping your cells in a new way all the fucking time, right? And we have to really approach every single day like that. It even starts with you are conditioning your own fucking self every single day. And then if you do the things that you've always done yesterday, well, how are you evolving, right? We have to shake things up. We have to change things up. That's what I've learned from even weight training. You know, when I was in my bodybuilding time, it's about shocking the muscle at some point, because it gets used to things and then it thinks, well, that's my threshold, right? But in order to move from that threshold or comfort zone, however you want to say that, we have to challenge ourselves. We have to make things different. We have to shake things up. We have to change and shift, right? It's a natural cycle. And given the fact that most humans don't live with that flexible schedule or freedom to give into the impulses and not what planning or time or agenda is telling us, that's blocking evolution too. So you have to become aware of that and then shift things, right? And again, since we are really much in so much Aquarius energy, I have to talk about frequencies, DNA, and quantum physics more, because it's really all science. You can see us all as walking electricity, right? And you are a tuning fork for your lineage, a tuning fork for the environment you expose yourself in, tuning fork for everything. And at the same time, you can use tuning forks to tune your own self, right? So it's actually all there. It's all there. And the way to change and to shift timelines also, and your reality, is by becoming aware of the patterns. And someone asked me on Instagram, but how do I get the courage, and how like when is the universe sending the courage and delivering it so I can finally break out of it? And the truth is, the universe is not gonna knock on your door and be like, hey, here's your delivery with a packet of courage because, you need it. It's not gonna happen. I think the courage really comes, and that's also where you can sometimes really benefit from that Aries energy, to give into some level of anger towards the pattern that is stopping evolution, right? So to be like, fuck, I don't want to be the block anymore. Literally, I don't want to be the block anymore. I came into this situation, right, with these people and like this environment, all of the things and the world, or whatever is blocking in your lineage or in your life or wherever. And I just don't want to experience the blocks anymore. Like, I'm done. I'm over the blocks, right? And that's the time when you are ready also to say, okay, I don't need to look only at the blocks anymore and at the stagnation and the limitation. Like, I've looked at it enough. I'm done experimenting. I know what I want to change because it's not feeling good anymore. And so that can invite some level of anger in, because anger is also, that's the Aries energy. It's this, I'm stepping into my warrior. So it's not becoming angry against the parents or against the outside world in some way, or the universe that it puts you into the situation. No, it's about encouraging your own self and cells to be like, well, I don't like this. I'm the fucking creator, and my impulse is telling me that I'm gonna fight against the block now by being the transformation, by changing the pattern, because I can. I literally can. I do the exact opposite, for example. That's one way. If you are like, but how do I change? Well, do the exact opposite. Because if you engage in the pattern over and over and over and over again, Einstein even said that, that's insanity. Like, how do you think something will change magically? And it's not like something will change magically the more you pray, or the more you beg, or the more you, ask some outside source, because you are the source, right? You have the light, literally to shine the light on the pattern and then to transmute it by the actions. And where most people get stuck is to blame the parents, to blame the universe, to blame some outside thing, because it seems scary to go against the pattern because that's all you know, right? And so the cells are also programmed to respond with that fear response, right? Talked about fear before. It's, some people are afraid of spiders. It's a genetic thing, right? It's in your cells, because at some point someone in the lineage might have died of spiders, right? And someone is born no fear at all about spiders. Like, how can we explain that? Well, it's a genetic thing. It's just inherited. So it doesn't define you, and it also doesn't make sense, and doesn't need to be explored or explained furthermore. And we don't have to go into the Akashic records to clear it, or whatever help you, You just have to recognize, okay, there's a fear response in me that is really not relevant for me right now for my survival. So I don't have to engage in it. I don't have to instantly react to it and stop myself just because my cells are not updated. Let's just say that. And who is putting the update in? Well, that's you, right? By constantly exposing your cells to the safety around taking different actions, which is something that your mom, your dad, your lineage might have not been able to because there was not the opportunity, right? But you have the opportunity now. And by doing that, you will change and reprogram literally also the lineage. That's the magical thing. It creates a ripple effect. And, of course, the bigger ripple effect also to collective, the entire human family. And when we become aware of that, it can really ignite a lot of, I want to say, in a way, it's this, I'm saving the world, but you really are, right? And that can be beautiful because only you can change the world this way, right? Everyone has their own task of saving the world in whatever way, but the unique way, Aquarius, that you can save the world, that you can change the world, it's so uniquely to you. It's so special to you. It really makes you special. And I really want you to feel into that. It's your special task. I want to say that the universe gave you that special task. No one else can take it. It's like your unique role. Like literally no one can replace you because no one has the same set of parents with the same circumstances and perceptions and experiences you had with your upbringing. It's not replicable, duplicable. You know what I mean. You can't replicate it. You can't. That's also why how important it is for you to do the fucking work. Like, that's Saturn in Pisces. Take responsibility for that. Because without you, the picture will never be complete. So if you are blocking evolution, you're blocking the whole picture to be beautiful. Don't be the block anymore. Not just for your lineage or yourself, but for everyone. And I think that's the energy a lot of us feel, and you might feel it in a very pressure cooker way, right? When you have a lot of resistance still towards doing that, or a lot of fear coming up, then it's a pressure cooker that you will feel, because it's literally like someone is pushing you from behind to go on the fucking stage and finally sing. It's like, I don't want to go. Or it's this like, someone is finally pushing you on the stage and you're like, oh gosh, thank God, that was the last fucking ripple effect because I always wanted to be on the stage. That's how it feels. So you're on some side of that spectrum. But we all kind of know what it is that we need to do. Like, it's pretty clear. And I do feel that we have more courage for it too. So I feel hopeful about it. but obviously would love to know how you perceive the energies. Because I really feel that Mars meeting up with Pluto, Venus meeting up with Pluto, it was such a slap for us, like literally on a personal level, to be like soul taking over again and being like, okay, we can't, like literally humanity needs us. We can't throw our pity party anymore. We can't feel like a victim. We have to get out of this, someone is out there and saving me or against me, or no, you have to create now, like step into what you know you can do with your light. If you want to claim that you are a light worker, right? And that you understand frequency and energies, if you listen to this podcast, I mean, come on, who are you? You know more than you give yourself credit for, right? And that's also a responsibility, because that means that you have the ability to transmute something with light. You have the ability to change things in the human collective and in the lineage. Because again, your parents might still sleep, right? And they in this lifetime might never be able to be the energy worker that you are, right? So someone has to do it, because you have the perception, you know? And so see that as a gift, but also as duty then to use it, because otherwise it goes to waste. It's not just for you. It's always what this Aquarius Leo axis tells us, you know? If you are afraid to create something new, or to step up, or to trigger people, or to, you know, shine a light on things that no one shines a light on, it's not just for you. You know, it's not, I remind myself all the time, it's like, oh, I hate that I have to say this now. The human me is like, oh, I would like to play it safe, right? And not say that, because what if the other person hates me? But well, sometimes you have to be the fire in someone's life and be like, okay, this is not working anymore. Can I just wake you and shake you up a little bit by what I'm going to say now to you? You might hate me, but don't shoot the messenger. Someone needs to say it. It's not personal, it's vibrational, right? So let me know what's coming up for you this week, because it is really intense. And by the time you're listening, tomorrow, Thursday, we have Venus and Mars joining together in union in Aquarius for completely, there's a lot of relationship energy too, new people synergizing together, because so much has shifted in everyone, right? So you are also a vibrational match to new synergies and frequencies and relationships, which is beautiful, but can also come with a clearing process of old relationships. So there's a lot of remingling, I want to say, right? Reshuffling of the energetic cards and who we need to be with in order to transform to the next level. So there's a lot of shifting still happening, obviously, because the entire, I mean, everything is going through a huge, massive awakening and, you know, yeah, basically transmutation. That's the best word to put it. And we are still in the process of shifting and alchemizing and realizing, and it's fun every single day, something else. It's like, okay, this is on the agenda now. And so we have to move with that current, right? And don't stick so heavy on the plans that we have, because again, we move out of the cross of planning anyways, and it's sleeping phoenix, and every single day the phoenix is awakening. It's like, okay, what's on the agenda today energetically, you know? What role am I playing today? Like, who am I? Am I the villain? Am I, you know, the savior? Am I the angel? Like, who am I? Who do I need to talk to? What do I feel? It's all vibrational, right? And we move in vibration and not in thinking and planning too much. So, all that being said, it would elevate my vibration if you share the episode. Give me a feedback on Instagram, Magic Kathi Official. If you would like to elevate your frequency into more light and understand the pattern that you're here to break better, you know where you can find me for breakthrough sessions, where we look at your patterns and what you inherited, what's coded in your DNA, so to speak, with the gene keys, human design, and astrology, of course. And if you would like to have a deep dive with me, if you're ready for that, then let me know. I have some slots left for February. I think it's only next week, right? Oh my gosh, already March, and then eclipse season is approaching. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, on Saturday, there is a full moon in Virgo. Talk about clearing up the subconscious and our baggage from the past and all of the mental programming, right? And the tendencies we have because of it every single day. It's all Virgo. And yeah, where we feel not good enough. I mean, I can go on and on about Virgo. It's actually my Venus, and there's a full moon on my Venus happening. And in celebration of that, we have a workshop with Lisa and we will have a really magical, she's gonna guide a meditation that is next level about, you know, diving deep into your subconscious and understanding your programming and really illuminating the blind spots so we can, let's just say, shift into a completely different reality afterwards. I'm excited for that. I will obviously talk about the energetics also. So it will be a teaching and a meditation, the perfect clearing ceremony for your subconscious mind to recode your reality, your cells, and to break the pattern. So if you would like to have a boost, then definitely check that out. The link for that will be down below in the show notes. And I would love for all of you to come. It's been a while that I've done workshops and group work, but Aquarius, right? What can I do? I was invited and I felt like, oh my gosh, I would be so excited to do a full moon ceremony again and to meet and to alchemize and to literally create a ripple effect by meditating together. I love meditating with people anyways. It's the best, right? And yeah, so if you would like to hear more about that, sign up down below. The spots are limited because we really want to have it as an intimate container so we can also talk about the experience in the meditation and the realizations and illuminate the blind spots that we discover in there. It's fun. So be excited for that. I would love to see you there. Links are down below. It happens on Saturday with the full moon, and we chose a time so pretty much everyone from all around the world could join. And yeah, just check it out. And if you have any questions, let me know on Instagram or basically reach out to Lisa. She will give you some insights too, but the link is down below. It's pretty straightforward. You just have to sign. Spot is saved, and then we will meet on Saturday. So see you then, hopefully. And until then, now finally, step in your magic.